Remember, remember the 5th of November, the gunpowder, treason, and plot.
Take one dark night in November, at least one adult, one tin box with a lid, a torch, a sprinkling of children of various ages, a copy of the firework code, free where you buy your fireworks, and a well-chosen selection placed in the tin. The recipe that makes sure that you and your family have a happy and safe Guy Fawkes night. Follow the firework code.
Special delivery, a bird. Were you expecting one? A bird?
Hello everyone, welcome back to my new pickups video on Bonfire night. I've got a few fireworks going on in the background to give it a bit of ambience. Where we live, people have been setting off fireworks for the last week. I think it started about 3 days before Halloween. So I've kind of gotten used to the sound of them now. But anyway, pickups. As you know, if you're fans of my channel, this is probably only like the second or third pickups video I've ever done. Because I've said before, I have a curated film collection. I tend to just buy films that I like. I don't collect Blu-rays and just buy anything. So I reached a point where I kind of got all the films that I wanted. And after the pandemic, Hollywood kind of fell into a rut and there weren't many great films being made. Well, this year, there are a number of films that came out that really surprised me that I actually really enjoyed. And I wanted to buy them on physical media. So the majority of the ones that I've bought in this bundle I'm going to show you are from this year. There's a few that aren't, and I'll explain what those are. So all in all, I've got a couple of £100 worth of 4Ks here, and one Blu-ray. So let's go through them. I know that's what you're here for. So the first one I did talk about in my Halloween special, if you saw that, which is Werner Herzog's Nosferatu. So this is a sort of re-release of this film, and it's absolutely fantastic quality. I mentioned this in my Halloween video. I've seen this on a number of formats over the years, and this is the best I've ever seen it. It's absolutely phenomenal. It was such a joy to watch it in this quality. It was fantastic. And I really recommend you pick that up. This is also available in 4K, by the way. But I honestly thought the 4K wouldn't be much of an uptick from the Blu-ray after all the reviews that I read. So I thought, well, I'll save a little bit of money and get the Blu-ray version, which is what I did. And to me, it looks absolutely fantastic. I was really happy with it. So the next one is my second older film. And this is Steven Spielberg's Hook on 4K. So this is kind of an out of left field buy. I was watching quite a lot of Steven Spielberg films recently, and I started thinking, which one of his movies do I not yet have in my collection? And Hook was the one that came up that kind of made me think, oh, I kind of like Hook. It is a bit of an oddity in terms of his catalogue of films, but I started thinking about Dustin Hoffman's performance in this and how much I enjoyed it. And it was when I remembered that Bob Hoskins is in it in a secondary role that kind of cemented the decision that I should buy it. And this, again, is an absolutely lovely 4K. It's a terrific quality. All of these are. There isn't a single one of these that I'm going to show you that I wasn't impressed by. But I think I last saw Hook was way back in the late 90s on VHS. So it's been a long time since I've seen it. And I still really, really enjoy it. It's got some terrific world building, and the sets are absolutely incredible when we get into Neverland with Captain Hook's galleon. It was a huge indoor set, and it's just absolutely spectacular. And it looks a billion bucks, and on 4K it looks even better. So I really recommend that one. So my next pickup is Megan 2.0. I think I mentioned this in an earlier video that I watched it, and because I was a big fan of the first one, I have the first one on Blu-ray, on standard Blu-ray. And I watched Megan 2.0 after reading reviews of it, and the reviews weren't really favourable. But because it took a more heavy sci-fi slant in the sequel, I got it on digital, to watch it on digital, and really, really liked it. So I immediately wanted to get the physical edition when it came out, which I have, and the 4K, again, is spectacular. Really, really good, vivid colours that pop. And it's just a fun movie. I kind of enjoyed what they did with it. They tried to make Megan more of a goodie rather than a baddie. But they still have scenes where you're kind of on the fence as to which way her allegiances lie. But it has some nice callbacks to other science fiction movies. The one that came to mind for me was Superman 3. But yeah, really enjoyed it. Really pleased that I've got that on physical media, as I am for this one. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. I actually watched this one just last night, so I can say that this, again, is a spectacular looking 4K. A lot of people said that it's got a fairly slow first half, and I would kind of agree with that. Even though this is the second part of the story that began with the previous Mission Impossible movie, which for some strange reason was called Dead Reckoning Part 1, but they decided to ditch the Part 2 and just call this one The Final Reckoning, because I believe this is the final Mission Impossible film that Tom Cruise is doing. I think he's sort of said in interviews that he's put a full stop to the Ethan Hunt character with this film. And the first hour is kind of all exposition, but when he gets into the submarine, that's when the movie really shifts into high gear, and we have some terrific action sequences. The highlight, obviously, being the one that's on the cover with the two biplanes, and Tom Cruise, once again, he's in a class of his own when it comes to stunt work. He's just incredible. And I hope he's getting some sort of Lifetime Achievement Award for this, because the guy's in his 60s now, but he's got no signs of slowing down. And God love him. I hope he doesn't, because I enjoy his movies so much. I've watched them pretty much all my life. I was 16 when Top Gun came out, and here we are, 2025. I'm 55 years old, and this guy is still making big blockbuster movies. And more power to him. I hope he does it for a lot longer. So yeah, another great 4K. Next one is the first Marvel film that I've bought in a little while, Fantastic Four. I haven't watched this one yet. It's still sealed. I plan to watch it over the next couple of days. but I saw this on digital and really liked it. Obviously I did, that's why I bought the physical version. I love the sort of retro 1960s alternate science fiction Jetsons production design that they've got going on in this film. And the cast is really good. Pedro Pascal is one of those actors that seems to be turning up in everything at the minute. He's in danger of becoming the male version of Nicole Kidman. But I really liked him in this, and as I say, the cast woman, Vanessa Kirby is in it, and I love Vanessa Kirby, I think she's gorgeous. So yeah, there was a lot of things about it that I liked. It's a nice kind of standalone Marvel film, and I thought it would be another kind of origins film, but they get all the exposition out of the way in the opening few minutes. So as the movie plays out, they're already Fantastic Four. So it's not how Fantastic Four was formed. And so the movie can concentrate on the main baddie. And it's got some really good visual effects. And I'm really looking forward to watching it on 4K because I'm sure it will be absolutely stunning. Next one, we have How to Train Your Dragon, the live action version of the cartoon. I've never seen the animated version of these films. But I started to read up on How to Train Your Dragon, the live action version, this one. And it looked like it would really appeal to me because I've always liked science fiction and fantasy. And sure enough, when I watched it, I thought it was really fantastic. It's got really good visual effects, lovely production design, some really good use of real-world locations, which really give it a bit of a grounding for a movie about dragons. But I absolutely loved it. Apparently the guy that directed this is the actual chap that directed the first animated movie, which is quite nice. So he obviously knows the material really well. And I believe they've either just started or about to start filming the sequel. So I'm definitely going to keep a close eye on that one, because if it's up to the same standards as this one, it's going to be really good. So yeah, really happy to have that in my collection. Really happy to have this one in my collection as well, which is the new Jurassic World movie, Jurassic World Rebirth with Scarlett Johansson. This had a lot of stick when it first came out, and I don't understand why, because I really, really liked this. It's a bit of a kind of a soft reboot. It does follow on from the previous movies, but they're trying to introduce new characters and new plot elements. And Scarlett Johansson's always worth a watch, and it was nice to see her in the starring role of this film. And this was directed by the British filmmaker Gareth Edwards. And I keep saying this, but Gareth Edwards did a movie just prior to this one called The Creator, which is a science fiction movie that you really should see if you haven't seen it. And in that movie, and in this movie, he uses real-world locations really, really well and blends in absolutely seamless CGI. This Jurassic World movie, the new one, has some of the best visual effects out of all of the movies, in my opinion, and that's saying something. The T-Rex attack sequence in this film, where they're in an inflatable dinghy, is probably one of the best sequences in all of the movies. For my money, that's just my opinion. But really loved it, so really happy to have it on 4K. Next, we have Ridley Scott's Gladiator 2. This was a movie that when I heard he was making a sequel to Gladiator, I immediately thought, why are you doing that? Gladiator doesn't need a sequel. It's a superb movie. And I wanted to see it simply because Ridley Scott is one of my favourite directors. And with Ridley Scott, I do feel that as he gets older, he's obviously churning out more movies. In his early days, there would be like a 2, 3, even 4-year gap between films. But it seems at the minute he's just churning out a movie a year with variable quality. Some are better than others. Some of them are instantly forgettable. Some of them are actually really, really good. Like things like The Martian come to mind. And to be honest, I kind of like Gladiator 2. Obviously I do. I wouldn't have bought it. Not as good as the first one. Definitely not as good as the first one. But for this kind of a movie, for like a historical epic, it's above average. It's definitely above average. There's some really good action in this. And as with most Ridley Scott movies, the reason that I adore him so much, they look incredible. He's still got an eye for visuals. There's no doubt about it. And yeah, I'm really, really pleased I've got it. I doubt it's going to happen now because Russell Crowe is too old. But I always wanted him to make a sequel to Robin Hood with Russell Crowe, because that kind of ended with Robin Hood being the kind of outlaw that we expected him to be. So I was always hoping that the sequel that they were going to make was more of Robin Hood in full robbing from the rich and giving to the poor mode, but alas, that never happened. Right, so we're down to the last two. The next one is James Gunn's new Superman movie. I like it. I watched it and I thought it was really good fun. James Gunn has a kind of Saturday morning vibe with this film. It's very colourful, it's very bright, it's very enjoyable. It's one of the best Superman movies since the very, very early 80s. Yeah, I really liked it. I'm intrigued to see what else he's going to do with the DC universe. Apparently the next movie that we're going to get is Supergirl, which is next year. So I'll keep an eye out for that and see what that's like. But I like Superman, some really good action, incredible visual effects once again, lovely, bright and colourful. This is still sealed. I haven't watched this on 4K yet, but I should imagine it will look incredible with the colours being really vibrant and the HDR kicking in. So, we're on to my last movie. And my last movie is also my favourite movie of 2025. And I did do a little video review about this. And it's Weapons, the horror movie Weapons. Wow, I just adore this film. It's a horror film, but it's so well made. It's got a really interesting script that kind of tells the same scenes from different points of view, so we get little overlaps where you'll see the same thing happen but from another character's eyes, and it slowly drip feeds you information as to what's happening, and it's riveting and it's scary. It's got really good jump scares and it has an ending that really is satisfying, and it seems weird to say it, but it has an ending for a horror film that makes you almost want to clap because it's so satisfying. And if you haven't seen Weapons yet, you must see it because it has my full recommendation. So yeah, I had to get this on 4K. This was out of all of these, this was the one I was most looking forward to getting. I was a little dismayed when I got it that the cardboard slipcover had a rip on the back of it, which was a bit disappointing. But then again, I'm one of these movie collectors that doesn't worry so much about slipcovers or artwork. I've never been one to focus. There's so many times you see people saying, oh, I hate the artwork on that box. Who gives a shit what the artwork looks like? It's going to be on a shelf. You're going to be looking at the spine for 95% of the time. It's the movie. That's what we're buying it for. But there we are. So that is my couple of £100 worth of pickups that I treated myself after I finished this movie room. And there are a few more coming out before we reach the end of November, so I'll just quickly mention them now. One of them is the F1 movie with Brad Pitt, which I think is out next week. So I'm definitely going to be buying that because I absolutely loved that. I thought that was fantastic. And the other one that I'm definitely going to be buying is the sequel to the film Nobody, the action movie. Nobody 2. I saw that on digital and I thought it was really good fun. So they are two more 4Ks that I'll be picking up before the end of November. I suppose I should have waited until I bought those before I did this pickups video and added them to this pile, but I wanted to do it now for Bonfire Night. So thank you for watching, but I have a special announcement before you go. I'm thinking of doing my first live stream where I will just be broadcasting live, sat in front of my camera. I don't know what I'm going to be talking about, and inevitably no one will be around for the first 5, 10, 15 minutes that I'm sat there, so I'm just going to babble on. And then if you do show up into my live stream, you can ask me questions and I'll be happy to answer them. So I wanted to give you all the opportunity to tell me when you would like me to do that live stream, if there is a particular day that you prefer. So week commencing Monday the 10th of November, all of that week, all 7 days, I'm available to do a live stream any day at any time. Be aware if some of you are in another country that it will be GMT times. So I suppose I'll be available up till we'll say 11 p.m. at night. So if you can post in the comments what would be best for you, and then if people mention similar times and dates, then I'll try and work it around that. My next video, I'm planning on doing a guilty pleasure video. I haven't done one of those in a long time, which is where I talk about a movie that I like that not many people do. And the one I've selected to talk about is a British movie, and it's a very, very a very weird British movie that has a comedy duo headlining it. So that's all I'm going to say. But it's quite a camp movie, but I remember it being very popular when it first came out. So I wanted to do a video about that because I really like that film for reasons that I'll talk about in the video. So there we go. I've babbled on too much. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed that, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe. If you want to share my video out to somebody, if you think they'll enjoy it, please do, because I'm trying to grow the channel. So bye for now. Be careful with your fireworks, guys, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.